into Between the Lines, presented by Continental Diamond. I'm Tatum Everett. This is Ben Leber. We were just here for the Vikings' third straight win, a victory against the Packers, 24-10. And Ben, despite it being a win, which is obviously trending in the right direction for this team, it's a bit of a bittersweet one after the news of Kirk Cousins' injury.
Yeah, it does definitely feel a little hollow and a little empty. You know, after the game, you know, guys, all the players are very excited. You know, you're here at Lambeau Field, you get 3 in a row, you're 2-0 in the division. All of that is great, but I think everybody understands there's a huge cloud, you know, surrounding this organization right now as to the health of Kirk Cousins. I mean, a lot of speculation on what it could be. Nothing's confirmed, but it does sound significant. So, you know, that being said, whether it's the rest of the season or a week or two, you know, there's still, you know, some big concerns on who's going to take over.
Right.
And not that they don't have confidence and faith in maybe the backup, but dude, Kirk was playing at such a high level. I mean, he's playing at one of the best quarterbacks in the league to this point. So it's going to be a big loss.
You just spoke to Coach in your exclusive one-on-one post-game. What did he say about the injury news of Kirk?
You know, they are definitely evaluating everything right now. He did not confirm anything. You know, he kind of alluded to the speculation that everybody thought it was, but you know, I think until an MRI confirms or denies said injury for you know, tomorrow, that's when we'll probably get more of a definitive answer. But you know, he was you know, uncommittal on saying anything about, you know, what the actual injury was. And, you know, he honestly he did a pretty good job of not saying it was like very severe or this was going to be something he could bounce back from. But, you know, obviously there's you can just feel there's a concern with everybody.
Now, going to the positives, because there were plenty of positives to talk about. Jordan Addison with his 4th straight game with a touchdown. He now has 7 in 8 career games so far, which is just amazing. What do you like, or how has his game improved having JJ out and having to step up?
You know, so much of it, I think, is his confidence and mentality. And I think his attitude and his confidence is at an all-time high right now. And he's had to learn on the go. You know, he's had to learn how to really create separation. And then when you do create separation, you still have to come back for the ball sometimes. There are little nuances that I think that he got away from and got away with in college that don't translate here to better corners and better secondary in the NFL. So I think some of that's been a great learning experience for him in game. He's learned from that, and I think that's the one thing that we can all get really excited for is you can see him learning, you can see him improving, you can see him, you know, rising up to the occasion when we need for him to make a big play, and he's doing that. So, you know, obviously his path is just incredible.
It was that stretch of the game where Josh Metellus came down with the interception. Next play, he scores the touchdown. That total team effort right there, for me personally, I thought it kind of sealed the game off right there, despite it being so close down there in the end.
I know, you know, and that's the thing, you know, I actually asked KOC the same thing. I'm like, you know, sometimes these games just come down to momentum and who can grab it, who can create it, and who can maintain it. And I really thought, you know, just like you, that those 2 plays right there, you know, that was a huge 3rd down play by Metellus. Big swing, and then you do what you're supposed to. The thing is, it's not as if the Packers defense did not expect a shot down the field in that moment. I remember playing the game, and we have those sudden change moments on the other side of the 50-yard line. We were always expecting a shot to the end zone. So they were expecting the same thing, and they let J.A. go right up the seam and in a nicely thrown ball by Kirk, which he's been doing all season long. So it's like they knew the type of play that was coming, and we still executed.
That's true. And the execution in the run game went well. First rushing touchdown of the season, compliments of Cam Akers. It seems like it's kind of warming up over there and then in the rushing game a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You know, I still think we all collectively want to see a little bit more pop at times. You know, the last game on Monday night, our first half rushing attempts in our rushing was just outstanding. You know, we were getting a hat on the hat. We were really quick and decisive on the offensive line to get up to the linebackers. So we had a lot of guys in the front 7 of the defense blocked up pretty well. Not so much in this game, and I got to, you know, hand it off to Green Bay. They did a really good job of gap exchanging, meaning they were twisting and stunting even on rundowns. So it kept our offensive linemen kind of on our heels. We couldn't stay as aggressive. So they did a good job scheming what we wanted to do on the ground. But, you know, we did just enough. You know, that's kind of like our thing, I think, with the run game all season. We're doing just enough to kind of keep the defenses honest.
Well, let's talk about the Vikings defense, the performance there, especially after Kirk and exited the game, being able to keep Green Bay out of the end zone. 2 drives, I believe. It was
Yeah.
just their performance overall was really good. What is working well for that unit, or what did you like in their performance today?
Brian Flores is just doing a good job of, using the pressures that everybody knows that he's going to bring. And then, I love the idea of him disguising to drop, where he's bringing 8 guys up to the line of scrimmage, 9 guys in the line of scrimmage, and then we're dropping the whole house and only bringing 3. So he does a really nice job of understanding his own tendencies and then playing off of those. So that's opening up some rush lanes on a 3-man rush, a 4-man rush. Danielle Hunter's playing out of his mind right now. Harrison Phillips, I thought he had a really good game. We look at him as this kind of a guy that's more of a space eater, but I think the last couple of games, he's really, taken another step of getting up the field. I mean, actually, literally and figuratively, getting up the field, getting off the blocks, making his presence known in the run game as well. So collectively, each one of these guys just gets better and better. DJ Wanham, Mr. Consistent, he's getting to the quarterback a bunch as well. So our defensive line has been the big improvement.
And a happy birthday to Danielle Hunter.
Yeah.
His 29th birthday with a leading 10 sacks this season.
Oh, man, to be
it's
29
great to hear,
again.
right?
To
Oh,
be
yeah.
29,
Right, Ben, right?
nice.
Well, the Vikings get out of Green Bay with the victory. They now are 4-4 on the season with a road trip to Atlanta up next. This has been Between the Lines. Appreciate you guys watching.